So this is the Target exclusive Hasbro Marvel Legends Thor, just Ragnarok, but it's under the banner of Thor as you see here. So we're looking at the supervillain Ragnarok from the comic books. This is a cyborg clone of Thor, of course, and you can see that he comes with some extra pieces here. Very excited for that spinning Milner effect, which is the first time we see that in Marvel Legends. I'm sure we'll see it again because that's a whole new mold and sculpt, but it looks pretty darn cool. So let's take a look at them. You can see them through the window packaging. Enjoy while it lasts. We won't have window packaging much longer. Here is the side image, which is pretty dope looking. On the back side, we do get a bigger version of that image, and then there is a read up in multiple languages that reads, using a lock of the missing Thor's hair, Tony Stark created a cybernetic doppelganger of the Thunder God called Ragnarok. This would prove disastrous when the cyborg betrayed the mighty Avengers. Kind of like Ultron, right? Alright, so like I said, this is a Target exclusive. I think recently this actually went on sale. Every time Amazon Prime does their sales, all the other stores try to do their own version of Prime. So Target had like 25% off or whatnot. And I think this was like 22 bucks on that day. Unfortunately, I paid full price for this thing. I've had this for weeks. I just haven't gotten a chance to open it. So here I am. But just a heads up, maybe some of you guys got it on sale. But I think the normal price is around $31 plus tax and shipping. Alright, so here we have Ragnarok out of the box, and he is pretty much 90% the same as the 80th anniversary Thor, but we do get a brand new head sculpt, and we get that new cybernetic left hand, which I don't know if that's reused or not, but it's new to this figure. It obviously wasn't included with the previous Thor. And then we do get an alternate head sculpt, which is just a regular Thor head sculpt that we got before, but we get the red eyes there. So even if you want to make this a regular Thor, which you kind of can, because you have an alternate left hand to replace that cybernetic left hand, you'll never know, except the red eyes is the only thing that gives it away. Thor doesn't really have red eyes like this. So you still could kind of tell that it's Ragnarok instead of the actual real Thor. But you could still kind of pull off a semi-normal Thor if you don't have that original 80th anniversary figure. Then we get a regular Milner, which is that same awesome sculpted Milner that we gotten before with the lettering sculpted very nicely on there. Whosoever hold this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. And then we get the handle and the little strap down on the bottom. And of course, the main attraction of this piece is this effect right here, which is amazing. I hope Hasbro continues to do stuff like this. We've never gotten this before from Hasbro. We've gotten it before from like Diamond, I think. Marvel Selects did it. But this is the first time we get it with Marvel Legends, so this is very cool. And this actually rotates right here too. So hopefully this is kind of a soft plastic. I don't know if over time it probably will start bending because of the weight. It's pretty heavy. So if anything, this should have been a little bit harder plastic. But I guess we'll find out. Only time will tell on this one. But this is just the best part about this for sure. Now, is it worth an extra $5? I don't know. $31.50 is the retail price of this pack here. And I just showed you everything he comes with. And the original 80th anniversary Thor was $24.99. That was a little bit overpriced as it was. That was during the times that regular figures were $22.99 or $19.99. So I don't know, man. I don't know if it justifies $31 for this. I think this one should have been $25, and then the original one should have been $20 or $22.99. So I don't know. What do I know? This is a reuse of an old sculpt, so it's not a brand new mold anymore. The only thing new is the head sculpt. They even had a right hand that had cybernetic pieces. It almost had some of his skin peeling off, so it was like half skin, half cybernetic, and they removed it from the pack. This was pretty controversial after Dan Hu brought it to light in his review. Shout out to Dan Hu, and he took the internet by storm when he discovered that they seemed to try to sneak that by us, and they didn't really announce it until after the review came out. and people figured out it didn't come with it, and then they had to send out an email to everybody that had it on pre-order saying, hey, it doesn't come with it anymore. So I don't know what that was about. I don't know why it was removed. I can only assume it took too much time, or it just slightly pushed it over the budget of whatever this figure's budget was. I don't know. It would have been cool if it was included, but really, it's not the end of the world. For $31, it should have been included. That's all I'm saying. That being said, I highly doubt there was a single person that looked at this solicitation and said, hey, look at that hand. I'm going to pre-order it because of that hand. So it is what it is. You got Ragnarok. He's still here, and he's pretty awesome. So let's check him out. Alright, so here's his head sculpt. This is the second main attraction of this figure, in my opinion. We get the Two-Face looking, obviously his left side, our right side, is fully sculpted and painted to show his cybernetic cyborg body underneath. That is super cool. Looks really, really good. Something they don't really do that much, and I'm loving it. This kind of reminds me of the craziness that they went with the Jigsaw. It's just very different, very unique, and they've been doing a really good job with their head sculpts lately. So hopefully they keep up the great work there. Overall, the torso paint came out super clean. I know the original one had some issues with that, with the silver on these circles on his torso, and this one's looks super clean, so no complaints there. Going down to the legs and then the feet, or the shins, I should say. Sculpt wise, it's all the same. Nothing's different there than the cape. It's a little bit of a darker red, I think, but we'll do a comparison later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. We have the hair painted very cool. We got some yellow, some light yellow and darker yellow, so that looks dope. And then the wings on the helmet, they're pliable, so they might come warped. These are not warped, so I'm happy about that. Alright, and here's your non-battle damaged version of Ragnarok. So we got the regular head sculpt on there. Looks pretty darn cool. And I guess if you really want to, you could paint those eyes normal colored, or black or brown, or whatever you want to do to take away the red and make it yourself a regular Thor. But I don't know, I could easily see this sculpt being used again to give us another regular Thor. So maybe wait it out. Who knows? But yeah, this looks it looks cool. I'm not gonna display him like this because I already have the regular Thor. So definitely gonna go with the Ragnarok cybernetic, face sculpt that I showed before this. And then this is the hand that we get. Um, it's good enough. It's cool, but I really do like what they were initially going for with the half skin, half cybernetic hand. And I think it would have pushed it over the top if they went as far as doing it with the arms as well, to give us that like super ultra battle damage look. Get some battle damage on the arms and see some cybernetic parts in the arm. A lot of people do that with tattoos, and that would have been cool to kind of get that here with this Thor. Here's one more closer look at the spinning Milner effect. You can see each Milner is indeed the same sculpt, and you can see the wording on each one. It is on the inside part, so on the outside you won't see that. And then here he is holding the Milner effect, and so far so good. This hand that they gave him is, I could tell, it's specifically for this effect piece. The way they sculpted it and molded it, it fits in like a glove. It's definitely meant for this effect piece. So I like that they went, the extra mile on that, and it really looks like it'll hold it without it kind of giving way over time. So hopefully it does stand the test of time. It looks really cool. Again, this is pretty much the highlight of this release here, and I'm really happy and excited that this is included. Alright, so we're going to jump right to the comparisons here, since this is a figure that we've seen before right here, and we all know pretty much what the articulation is all about, so no need to really go through it. But really, we want to take a look at what it looks like next to the actual 80th anniversary version, and I can say that I still like the 80th anniversary version better. It's just my definitive version of Thor so far, and this one still, wins over the Ragnarok version. Obviously, these are two different Thors. This is the clone version, and I appreciate that it is slightly different painted. But overall, I'm liking what they did with everything on the 80th anniversary. But overall, I like everything that they did with the 80th anniversary. The cape is a little bit darker. It's got some black to it. And then we get his shins are painted so nicely. Got some black, some yellow, and even some gold on the foot itself. So if you really want to, you could take the spinning Milner effect and put it on any Thor for that matter that you want. But you could give it to this Thor. You can give the hand over to this one, and it's gonna fit just fine. So that's cool. If you have the original one, you want the Milner spinning effect on him, you can easily do that. Now, if you don't have the original one, you can kind of get an idea of what you're looking forward to here if you get the Ragnarok version and you want to try and use that as your regular Thor somewhat. And I am noticing now that the capes are actually slightly different. They might have changed it. So let's take a look at it from the back. Now you can really see the black kind of like spray that they sprayed onto the cape here. So yeah, they did indeed very subtle difference, but it is different unless maybe the capes are just warped differently from the package, because you can see that this kind of curls in on the right side here and then this one just sticks out. Everything on the left side looks the same. I don't know. You guys tell me. Maybe it's the same. I highly doubt they went as far as giving us a brand new cape, but I think it's just warped differently. It goes to show you how packaging can warp can warp capes to make it look different. I like it though. I'm not gonna go ahead and try to change it. I like that it's warped in a different kind of windswept pose. So that's cool. But you can see that they did not go with the black um, kind of spray effect on the cape for the Ragnarok version. They kept that on the classic 80th anniversary one right here. And yeah, so that's your comparison between the two Thors side by side. It seems like Ragnarok is slightly taller. Maybe it's the head sculpt. Maybe it's the way I have him posed. I don't know, but he does seem slightly taller than our regular 80th anniversary version. And here's just a few more random comparisons next to a few other figures. And this is the Walgreens exclusive Jigsaw, another great head sculpt on a Marvel Legend. And then here's a quick look at him next to the modern version of Hercules, which is still a darn good figure in my opinion. I love this thing. And he stands a little bit shorter than Ragnarok. And then next to the classic version of Hercules, which I also love a lot. They did a great job on this one too. And just to get another Thor into the mix, here's the more modern take on Thor. So yeah, we're just going to wrap this up here. This is a bit of an older release now at this point. I just really wanted to get my thoughts out there real quick in a quick video. So let's not drag this on too long. Overall, I like it. I don't like the price tag. I think it should have been at least just 25 at most, if not 22. But I know 25 is the standard now. This should have been a regular release, to be honest. But it seems like every time Target gets their own exclusive, it gets upcharged. But in the end of the day, if you wait long enough, like earlier in the week, you might catch it on a sale or on clearance. So, alright guys, that's going to do it. Thanks again for tuning in to my review of the Thor Marvel's Ragnarok Target exclusive Marvel Legends figure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below and a comment, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, everyone, take care, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.